All right. Hey, Sabrina. How's it
Hey,
going?
Kira. I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Super excited to have you as one of our speakers for Fresh Voices. And yeah, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
I've been practicing evolutionary astrology since 2012, but I've been into astrology since I was a kid. And I have a podcast, Magic of the Spheres. And I think, like, overall, the through line through my work is just wanting to bring more enchantment into people's lives and into our perception of reality.
I love that. And I adore your podcast. So I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah, and why don't you tell us a little bit about your talk?
Sure. So I'm talking about the lunar nodes of the moon. Um, And all the planets have planetary nodes, but the lunar nodes are what most people are referring to when we're like, what are your nodes in? And um, evolutionary astrology starts with Pluto as the bottom line um, theme of the natal chart. Like, what does the soul desire? Why are we here? Why did we incarnate? But the south node of the moon typically, it's a little bit different if you have planets squaring the nodes, but the nodal axis will represent kind of like a historic and future axis of how your personality is developing incarnation to incarnation to support this deeper plutonic like soul mission. So what I find really interesting about the lunar nodes is that they relate to our personalities, and our personalities aren't even who we are at the deepest level. It's kind of like a house that we live in, and then we've lived in it so long that we forget that it's just a house and that we could go outside and have a different experience. So I think that studying the lunar nodes can really help us um, get past some of our basic personality blocks that have us in this wheel where we keep attracting the same situation and keep reacting to it in the same way, and just on and on we go. I think that studying this can be like a liberatory path out of the familiar and into kind of where our soul wants to incarnate.
Yes. Oh, I love that. I'm really excited for your talk. I mean, I've had a consultation with you about the nodes as well. So I know that you have a lot of knowledge and experience talking about it. So yeah, it's going to be a really good one. I'm looking forward to that. Um, yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else that you want to share about your practice or your talk?
Sure, thanks, Kira. One thing that I think that people don't tend to know about that much outside of the evolutionary astrology world is that when planets square the nodes, it's a big deal. It's like you're not just your south node's like your past and your north node's your future, but when a planet or planets square the nodal axis, you've actually done both nodes before and you're like vacillating between extremes. And so there's some kind of karmic crossroads in this life. So usually people that have that signature, it's like it's validating because we know like there is that theme happening. And there's actually like what's called a resolution node, like a node that helps resolve the crisis represented by this T square. And it's also really important to synthesize both nodes. Sometimes people have a strategy of like abandoning their south node, and that's like not a good idea either. It's like leaving home and never coming back, which I mean, some people do for some reasons, but sometimes it's not exactly what we need.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to get a lot out of this lecture. So, yeah, I'm excited that you're a part of it because I think evolutionary astrology is such an important um, form of astrology because I think it allows people to feel seen in a way that sometimes other branches of astrology don't really get at. Like I feel like um, yeah, evolutionary just kind of goes there in a way. So I'm excited for more people to see your work and your talk and learn a little bit more about EA.
Thanks so much, Kara.
Yeah, so we'll have the schedule for this once this video is posted, but check us out August 15th and 16th. And yeah, looking forward to it.
Me too. Thank you.